What's going on, people? How you doing? It is another Wednesday night. It is Shoot Your Shot Wednesday. This is a LGBTQ plus dating show, and I'm your host, Lamont White, the gay dating coach. Listen, the show is for anybody who's a part of the LGBTQ plus community, Black, white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian. I don't care what color you are. You can live anywhere in the world. I don't care how old you are. You're welcome to come on the show tonight. All you got to do is have good energy, good Wi-Fi. If you didn't pay for your Wi-Fi and try to get on your neighbor's Wi-Fi, it's not going to work, okay? So make sure you have good Wi-Fi. Be on Do Not Disturb. No headphones or anything like that, or Bluetooth. It doesn't work well. Just come on with some good lighting and some good energy, okay, people? I'm trying to set you up for success. Oh yeah, straight people can come on too tonight. If you're an ally, a real ally, you can come on. All right, let me bring my co-host on. Our co-host tonight. What? What? What is going on, people? Where y'all watching from? Hello, Mr. White.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you and everybody out there in Instagram land.
Listen, you all, I don't know.
Here's the hump day.
You said cheers to hump day.
Cheers to hump day. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine, love.
Great, great, great. That's what we like to hear.
Am I screaming or am I too loud?
No,
Okay, but you can hear me okay.
I can hear you perfectly fine.
All right.
Hold on. I can hear you perfectly fine. Hold on one second. Let me close this
Where are you going?
door.
You just got on here. You're
I'm
leaving
back. I'm back. I'm back.
already?
I'm back. Okay, I'm here.
Welcome back, love.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So, are you excited about today?
I am. Your
Yeah, I'm really excited.
skin is looking great with that orange background over there.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Ain't that how y'all do it?
Who's y'all? Who's y'all?
The gays.
The gay. Are you one of the gays?
Yes, I am.
How gay
I
are you?
am. I'm an ally.
You're I don't
Oh
think you're
Lord.
how long you been allying?
I've been allying for about as long as I've been with you, 10 years.
Oh, I made you. I can't. I listen. I didn't make you gay. You've been gay before you met me. Okay.
I didn't say you made me gay. I said you made me an ally.
I made no. If I made you, no. I turned you straight. Is that what you're saying?
Oh Lord.
You don't know what the hell you're saying over there.
No, but yeah. So I'm excited about today. You know, we're gonna have some fun people come on today to talk about love, talk about being matched, and I specifically wanted to kind of talk about the topic of preferences.
Preferences.
Yes, preferences,
Mhm,
sexual preferences. Well, and not just sexual preferences, preferences in general.
mhm,
Because
mhm,
I feel like people oftentimes are so taken back by other people's preferences. I
mhm,
feel like they don't allow people to speak their truth in reference to their preference without passing judgment on them or putting them in a box or putting them in certain categories.
mhm.
So I just want to allow us and the people that join us today to kind of elaborate a bit on preferences,
Okay. Okay.
what
So
their preferences are
we
in regards to dating and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
so I want to be clear. So your theme that you're going to be asking the people that come on tonight is about preferences, right? That's what you're going to
Well,
talk about.
that's not the only thing, but I just want to make sure that is one of the specific things that I want to touch bases with in our topics today.
Okay. Okay. Well, listen, people. If you're watching, go ahead, tag a friend, share the video with somebody because if you all know, Art has co-hosted with me before, um, and he gets a little wild and he gets a little wild and crazy. Even so much this time, he was like he wants to be in his own room while he's doing the co-hosting. Last time we were on the like sitting right next to each other. Apparently, we can't occupy the same space while we're
Well,
co-hosting.
I wanted
So
the same kind of energy that the other people come on when they co-host.
okay, okay.
So, I mean, make no difference now. I'm still your husband, and I don't mind sharing a space with you at any given time and at any given hour. But, for the sake of the show today, we want to try to shake things up and do things a little differently.
Good answer. Good answer. Look at
How
you.
about
Look
that?
at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Okay, listen. So if you're single, click the request button. We'll bring you on. Art is going to interview you all. So you got a cocktail over there? Because I got one. Let's see. Let's see. Because you're going to need one tonight. All right, people. I said not art social distancing.
There's nothing wrong with a little social distancing. We've all learned the importance of it from time to time.
All right, I'm gonna bring on Keon and then Shelly, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna bring Keon on because it looks like Shelly
Well,
disappeared. She disappeared. So yeah.
okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna be cheesing all night because art makes me laugh all the time, people. Just understand that. Hello, hello. Can you see this person? I can see a black screen. Art, can you see him? This person? Oh,
Now I can see him.
there we go. There we go.
Hello, Keon.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
How are you doing? His Wi-Fi. I think he's kind of. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
It's low for my
Okay.
part, but I'll keep going.
Okay. I apologize if it's low. I'll try to find a way to turn myself up. But how
Yeah,
are you
turn
guys
yourself
doing?
up, baby. Turn it up.
Yeah, I'm operating straight from my phone, so apologies in advance.
Are you in do not
um.
disturb mode?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay. Keon, where are you calling us from?
I am currently in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been here for the
Charlotte.
past 10 plus years.
10 plus. Okay. Where are you from originally?
So I was born in Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay. Time.
Time out.
Uh,
They're saying it's hard to hear you.
Hard to hear. Okay.
Can you turn your
Not a
volume up
problem.
on your phone?
Yep, it's turned all the way up for me.
Okay, well
So
then are you on Bluetooth?
No.
Okay, well then you gotta talk very loud so they can hear you, okay? I know your
Keon,
name.
Okay.
Where's your outside voice? Can you find that for
Oh,
me?
yeah, I got you. I got you right here. Is this better?
Yes. Find your outside voice for me.
Okay, I'll use that.
Okay. Pretend like there's a fine ass man at the end of the road and you wanted to get his attention.
I'm what the old folks call the thespian, so I'll put on my
Are you a
thespian voice. So
thespian? Okay, we like
yeah.
thespians. We often confuse them with lesbians.
Oh, I am not that. So, but can you hear and see me? Okay, is this better?
I
just
can see. I
just
can.
keep
You still sound. I mean,
projecting.
you sound about the same to me.
Okay, okay. I'll
Okay.
do my best. I apologize.
Okay. So tell us how old you are.
I am 32. I will
32.
be 33 in June. I am a Gemini.
Okay. And how tall are you? And how much do you weigh?
I am a confident 5'6", and my last weigh-in was 177.
Okay.
That was
All right.
about a month ago.
177. And what is your sexual position? Top, bottom, side, verse.
So you mentioned getting into the specifics of preferences tonight. So I can be a bit long-winded when it comes to talking, but I'm a lover of conversation, so I love going into details. So
Okay. Well, I want you to make it
elaborating
specific for the people tonight. Be
for
specific
sure.
about what your preference is.
I definitely believe in being as specific as possible. So when it comes to that realm of my life, I always tell people I am a baiter first and a verse top second.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
And for those of you who don't know what a baiter is, they are typically people who enjoy masturbation for extended
Mhm.
periods of time. And, they really, it's kind of like a side almost, but, they're jacking off pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. So that's why I make that stipulation because I don't fully claim side because that's not what's exclusive to me. I enjoy penetration too much. I'm
Hmm.
just going to be honest with you.
Okay.
But that comes first before anything else. And here's the caveat to that. Even though I am a verse top, um, my math, I forget the term you use for it, but in the past 12 months or more, I've only topped. I've been so out of practice with my bottom side anyway that
I mean,
I'm
Keon,
pretty
tell
much
us you're a shooter without telling us you're a shooter.
yeah, pretty much. If I'm jumping the gun there, then there you
No,
go.
you good. We like that. We like that. So can
Definitely.
you tell us what your we're on Instagram now? Can you give us your Instagram account and say it for us? Take the
Yes,
time and say it kind of slowly so Mr. White can write it down over there.
most definitely. So it is Keon. That's Keonda, and then GEM, as in Gemini. Keon the Gem.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what type of work do you do, Keon?
So I am currently picking up a second job, and both of them are in the restaurant business.
Okay.
I am a person that has a natural knack for of service to people. So I am a server at two different restaurants right now.
Hmm. So you like the service to people.
Yes, as a matter of fact, going back to your previous question, I'm what they term as a soft top or a service top who's naturally dominant. And what that means is my greatest pleasure is when I'm able to see someone react or be pleased before myself. Like the more excited and pleased that they are, the better the experience is for me.
Hmm.
So,
Now, being it, go ahead.
so do you let the bottom come first, or do you come first?
No, no, the partner always
Well,
goes first. In
so what?
fact, I'm known to be very long-winded, and depending on who I'm interacting with, sometimes to a fault, because there are those that have a fetish for certain things, certain juices, certain ejaculatory substances. But I'm apart from anything else, I'm a big believer in who I choose to share my energy with. I make it do what it do when I'm single, and I'll do what casual people do. But I'm at a point in my life now where I'm sincerely willing and ready to be dateable and to be taken more seriously for more than just the energy that I share when it relates to sex.
Now, when you
That's
speak,
why I abstain a little bit.
Keon, when you're talking about energy, just to be specific, are you talking about your semen or are you talking about your, because people utilize the word energy to relate to semen when having sex. They say they don't want to share that energy with people. And a lot of times that means they don't want to come in people. They don't want people to taste their cum because they're tasting their energy. Is that what you're referring to?
Maybe not so much the tasting part, but it does make sense what you're saying. And so for me, it's both. For
Okay.
me, energy as it relates to my walk in life and as it
Mhm.
relates to forms of pleasure is very important to me. Even on a casual setting, I'm very picky with who I share that with, even as a casual top,
Okay.
because that energy is transferable and not everybody deserves to be in that space. And I want to make sure I'm respecting other people's space when I'm in that mode, if that makes sense.
Okay. So, being that you say that you are looking to date, um, what type of guy are you typically looking for?
Well, as cliche as it may sound, I'm looking for someone who's willing to invest in dating. I
Okay.
find that a lot of guys nowadays, especially in my area, the art of conversation is lost on a lot of dudes nowadays. If you're not starting off with the acronym WID or what are you doing, there's usually nothing else after that. It's just
Okay.
one hit, one word sentences, or the conversation may be sporadic for about a week and they're nowhere to be found. I'm someone that loves diving into the deeper part of a person. And I subscribe to
Now,
another term
can I,
that
can I
people
stop
use
you
called
right there?
sapiosexual.
When you say you like to dive into the deeper part of the person, is this initially when you are starting to meet up with the person? Do you give it some time, or do you just go straight in asking all the deep questions?
It depends on the connectivity to the person and how willing they are to go with me. I like to refer to myself as a rubber band sometimes. It depends on the vibe and the genuine authenticity that we meet for each other. I'm not
Okay.
going to apply pressure to the point where I'm putting you in a corner somewhere, but I believe in talking about the things that are important in life as well as the fun things. So I try to balance pretty much everything in my life. I guess you
Okay.
can attribute that to me being a Gemini or what have you, but I believe in the balance of everything.
Now, when you're talking about these guys that you're liking, what age frame are you kind of looking for?
Lately, it's been closer to my age range. I'm not opposed to dating slightly younger, but my preference would have to be between 29 to, I would say, maybe 40,
29 to
35,
40. Okay. Do you have a
if that.
particular ethnicity that you prefer?
I do. I'm attracted to men of color in general, but my black kings come first.
The Black Kings come
I
first.
love us first.
And what about a
That's
body
first and
type?
predominant. Body type that varies as well. When I do my little spin at the end of this, you'll find that I like staying moderately fit. You'll never catch me out here on anybody training for anybody's triathlon or anything, but I do believe in taking care of myself, and I
Hmm.
would prefer to en- entertain someone who's of the same mindset. So you don't have to be a gym rat, but I do have an expectation of longevity in life, and that requires the food you eat. Like for example, I'm pescatarian.
I love
You
it.
don't have to
I
be.
love it. I know where you're going with that, and I love the philosophy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah.
I also I'm not opposed to interacting with men who are on the thicker side. I love me a thick man.
Okay.
Just make sure my expectation is that you carry yourself well and that you have a connectivity to your body and that you care about your health.
Okay. Now, what about monogamy, open relationships, poly agreements, those types of things? How do you feel about that? And what is your preference?
How I feel about it is that everybody's walk of life is different.
Okay.
And I have no place that I can put anybody in hell or high water. For me, I prefer monogamy. I
Okay, you
have a
prefer.
couple of friends who believe in ethical non-monogamy, whatever that
Okay.
may mean for them, and the rules vary from person to person. But for me, I am a one-man man, and
Have you ever been in a
that's enough for me.
monogamous relationship?
I have, and my longest one was about 2 years.
Okay. Very good. Okay. And this is, I'm assuming, is with a man.
Yes, it's
Okay.
been men all my life.
You know, okay, that's what we
Just for
like to
clarity.
hear.
Gold Star Gate.
So,
Listen, the thing I wanted to let you know now, I am an open book, and I came on here both nervous and excited because I've never done anything like this, and I'm willing to offer full transparency
I mean, you're doing
about
an
what
amazing
I've gone
job. I
on.
love it. You're very
I
articulate. You
appreciate it.
sound very firm in what your beliefs are. Yeah, I love it. So,
I've got some
I
layers to
do
me,
want
just
to,
like everybody else.
yeah, I do want to touch on preferences. So,
Okay.
just like I was talking to Lamont earlier today, um, personally, I feel like people nowadays are attacked because of some of the preferences that they share with people. How do you feel about that?
It's all a learning curve. We got to remind ourselves that nobody taught us how to do this. So for some of us, we're learning as we go. And then some of us take longer than others. My path is not to be compared to somebody else, even though it's easier said than done sometimes. Now, as it relates to preferences, there's a difference between being stuck in your ways and not willing to improve upon your knowledge and maturity for preferences and just liking what you like. I'm going
Okay.
to like what I like, but the difference between me and somebody else is that I'm going to be respectful about it.
Do you feel like people have preferences based on adverse things that have happened in their lives, possibly?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that for me?
People sometimes have preferences because of not just adverse things, but how do you feel like people come about preferences? I guess we were having a conversation and Lamont felt as though sometimes, for example, I'll give you a perfect example. Some
Hmm.
men choose not to be with men who wear makeup. Okay?
Hmm.
Why is that? Is that because they truly don't like it? Is that because they're worried about what their friends say about it? Are they worried about what they look like in public? Why is it that you feel like that preference is something that you stick with? If that makes any
I'm
sense.
definitely not one. Yeah, I'm definitely not one that can speak for the whole. I can only speak from personal experience and
Okay.
from what I've observed in other people. And I think the key word I just hit there is experience. There's no simple answer as it relates to that. I know that for me, my preference and my walk of life requires that I balance both my masculine and my feminine nature.
Okay.
I'm naturally masculine, but if I get excited about a specific topic, or if you put me in a certain circumstance around people, I'm gonna have a little extra sugar in my tank. That just is what it is.
Okay.
Now, as it relates to my experience, I have dated someone who has been more feminine to me because I wanted to experience what it was like being with that person. So I can say that I tried it. It's not for me as far as the extravagance of it. We can be
Okay.
friends, but the reason why it varies from person to person is the simplicity of it is experience. For me, it wasn't so much so that the particular person I was seeing years ago was feminine. That wasn't necessarily it. It was all the stereotypes that they perpetuated. I felt like they weren't being themselves.
Okay.
And because they were trying to be something that they were not, it brought about a subconscious sense of embarrassment for me because it felt like they were trying too hard.
Did
Now,
you
if
ever
you're of a
talk to them
feminine
about that?
nature,
Did you ever have a conversation with them about that?
I did. And what it came down to was compatibility
Okay.
because they their personal walk and their journey required that they they live out loud and as loudly as they could because they were silenced for so long. And I
Okay.
applaud them for that. But it got to a point where they didn't know how to dial it back when necessary. Even for
Yes.
somebody that has certain quirks and certain habits, there's a time and a place for everything in different situations. That's
Yes.
not me implying that you should be anything less than yourself, but if you're putting on airs to either fit the status quo or to conform to societal heteronormative activities, then where does your true spirit lie? Like I said in the beginning, energy is important to me, and I can smell BS nowadays about a block down, and I just don't have time for that.
So can I read? It's a comment that I would like to read. Someone has put up here, Lamont,
Mhm.
and we're gonna just kind of talk about it real quick. The person's name is Daniel J. Downer, and Daniel posted preferences are shaped by what we've been taught, what we've
Mhm.
internalized, what we've experienced, and what's been made available or desirable in the spaces we're in.
Mhm, mhm.
I feel like that has some truth to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But there are some times when people have preferences, um, and they typically like things that they have not been exposed to. For example, I have a good girlfriend of mine. Her son likes white girls. They don't know why. He grew up black schools. He just, that is his
Yeah.
preference, and he really doesn't understand why. But at the end of the day, that's her preference, and they've learned to kind of manage it and respect him and deal with what his preference is, to the point where it's not an issue for them now.
Yeah, because
But
it's about either what you're taught or what you experience or what you explore and you figure out what you like. So preferences, I feel like, can be developed through a number of avenues.
right, but my issue is a lot of times when people share their preferences, a lot of people shame them about what their preferences are. Like people that don't like larger people, people that are heavier. Oh, you shaming heavier people. Or people that don't like skinny people. Oh, you shaming skinny people. It's not about shaming. It's about, hey, this is what I like, respect what I like, and you move on. But that's so hard for people to ingest sometimes.
I guess my viewpoint is if your preferences are working for you, like you're finding love, you're going on dates, keep your preferences. But if you're like, oh, I can't find a husband, I can't find a man, then I would examine your preferences to see if they're too narrow.
Hmm. You have a little echo, baby. Just a little echo. I can't hear. Just a tad echo.
Turn down your volume.
Okay. So yes, Keon. Yeah, I think. Listen. So how is dating in Charlotte?
Well, that's a good question. So I don't get out much because of my personal experiences with my upbringing and me trying to find my own footing in life.
Okay.
I'm not I'm a late bloomer in some areas, and I'm up to the game when it comes to it. So I'm still finding my way as far as the dating pool here in Charlotte. But what I can say is that I'm a niche individual, and it's easy for anybody to say that because everybody's different. But I've got layers, and for me, not I know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and not everybody is worthy of taking a sip in the first place. And that's not me being cocky.
Okay,
That's just
everybody's
me
not worthy of
understanding.
taking the sip.
That's just me knowing. That's me knowing my place. As simple as that. And so
Okay.
for me, I find dating to be hard because again, that I coined a term earlier, sapiosexual. If you can stimulate my mind, it's an easier door to the rest of me. But so
Hmm.
many people find it hard to get out of the cliquishness of it all. There's so many cliques everywhere, but specifically in the South, where if you're not already included, then it's like, okay, we see you're in the space, but where does it go from there? Now, that may not be everybody's experiences, but it has been mine.
Right.
For
Well,
example, when I
I
get
mean,
into
you
the
gonna always run
specifics,
into clicks. I don't care whether it's gay, straight, or what. And I think clicks a lot of times have to do with also trust. You know, people
mhm,
talk about clicks all the time, especially when you live in a city. And oh, these they didn't let me in. I click these. They don't really know you. They don't trust you to be themselves around you. They only going to give you the surface you until you know them and are able to share a space with them. And then that's when you kind of become the click. So I mean, yeah, I get it. So,
yeah,
but so can you? We want to take the little spin you was
Wait,
telling me about.
wait.
Oh,
I want to see if they got questions for
oh, I'm sorry.
Keon. If y'all got questions for Keon, put them in the question box or put them in the chat if y'all want to ask him a question. Or if you want to come on live, ask him
Yeah.
a question, just wave in the comment section.
So,
Or
someone asked how old he was. He's 32. You're 32, right?
mhm,
we go.
that's right.
Yeah. I mean, they asked in the comments.
Or if you want to come on and flirt with Keon, just wave or ask him a question in the comment section and I'll bring you on. Okay. All right, let's see what questions they have. I did see one question. They said, can you describe a romantic date that you have planned before, Keon?
That I've planned before.
Yes.
It involved being something that was active. So I'm a gamer and I love being active. So there are things that are in the city, such as the Arts District in Noda, where there's arcades, there's karaoke. My number one passion in life is music, and I take it very seriously.
Mm.
But I like to have fun with it as well. So different arcades, different karaoke nights. I'm a big foodie person. There is plenty of greenways here, so I like taking walks every now and then. Full transparency, because I don't want to bamboozle anybody anywhere that may be watching or listening. I know the bus line and the train line here very well. I had a car, and the long story short, the dude sold me a lemon. So everything I
Mm.
invested in to have a car got sucked up because somebody clowned me and sold me some BS. So there's a lot of things that I'm working on with rebuilding myself. But like I said in the beginning, I'm coming here with full transparency. And if I'm not for you, nothing but respect for you.
Okay.
But yeah, I know how to get around.
So you just want to let the people know you don't have a car. So if y'all go on a date, they either got to pick you up or you get on the bus or Uber to go meet them out.
I'm always willing to meet you halfway. If you are willing to pick me up, I'm not a stranger to offering gas. I'm no slouch. I am a working man, and I put in the good stuff.
Okay. Okay.
I
We like
believe in doing
a
some.
good worker man, and you got two jobs, right?
That's right. I just picked up a second one because again, I'm trying to get serious about my music career
Okay.
and and keeping things realistic. I keep the bills paid. I don't have a lot going on with me as it relates to that. I'm just trying to find somebody that's willing to meet me where I am and ask questions. You won't get to
What are
know
you doing in
anybody
the
if you
music
don't ask
industry?
questions.
What do you
Say what
do in
now?
the music industry?
I'm a singer songwriter.
Singer songwriter. Okay. And might I ask who do you live with in Charlotte?
I have two roommates.
Okay, well that's fair.
Nice,
Okay,
nice.
yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
you're like in the rebuilding phase right now.
Pretty much. I
Yeah.
used to live with my family for the longest, and I was one of the main caretakers for my grandmother who recently passed about a couple months ago. And there's more to my story. I've endured a lot. but I am coming into my own as far as reclaiming my independency,
Yes.
and I'm building from there. So
Yeah, yeah. So that's
you
good. I
got it.
mean, that's a
I'm
part of
working with
life. You know
myself.
what I'm saying? Just to, you have things go on, just to keep moving, and don't let it ground you. And I think you have encompassed that, and you're speaking to the future, now. So I mean,
Yeah.
I say congrats to you. You know what I'm saying?
And
I appreciate that.
this is an echo. I think people are dateable even in their rebuilding phase. It just takes
Yes,
the right
definitely.
person to be patient and to
Hmm.
understand and to be supportive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. And
And
you're young. You're
just
32.
so
I
we're
mean,
clear,
even if
I
you
am.
were
I
whatever
am
age,
everything
I
I
think
got.
it's smart to be able to articulate the fact that that is something that's going on with you. You vocalized it, and yeah, I mean
Mhm.
that's very notable.
Let's see what
Yeah.
what questions they got for you. Let's see. How do you stimulate people since you like to stimulate people? They want to know.
There's a lot of ways to answer that. Maybe, I mean, if you're asking for specifics, conversation goes a long way as it
They're
relates to
talking
physical
about making them
contact.
come, Keon. You know what they're talking about.
That's
We're not gonna beat around the bush now. We're grown here. How are
oh
you
no,
making these
no. I
brothers?
just wanted to make sure we were being specific. Well,
They want to
like I
know how you
said,
gonna make that energy come out.
so I'll give you a fun fact about myself. Before I chose abstinency these past few months, I used to have two subs.
You had
So
two
what
subs.
I used to, yeah, that's right.
I'm
He said he had
confused.
two
So
I don't
what
know
these
subs.
what you're
subs?
saying.
He said
So
before his
subs
abstinence,
meaning
he
in
had two submissive
BDSM terms, that
persons
means
that would,
role play.
yes.
This echo is driving me bananas. And it's not like the house because we got carpet all over the place. It is the connection. That's what it is.
Somebody mentioned apps. I don't have any apps. I stopped apps long ago because they led to nothing but dead ends.
So
Okay,
how
so
are you making?
But
rewind. You said you had two submissive bottoms that you were pleasuring or stimulating.
mhm, yes, and I played the role of a dom top,
Hmm.
Okay. He answered the question for you people. There are more questions. Let's see.
pretty much.
Oh, they said you can sing. Can we hear you sing something?
Oh God, I knew it.
Sure.
Let me tell you something. You don't tell black people you can sing. That's the one thing.
As long as I don't get you in trouble, I'll do
Oh
like 10
Lord.
seconds of a cover if you want me to.
Give us 10 seconds. Come on.
Okay. If you're looking to find a love that will stand till the end of time, baby, relax your mind. My love is here. Here. I'll do anything, I swear. I'll take the hurt and the pain, you will know it's there. Your wants will be nothing, no, put that on everything. Put that on
Okay.
everything.
There you go. There you go, people. Listen, they loving it in the comment section. They loving it. They loving it.
Yeah. And
Um,
if you don't, I'm cool with it. I'm just doing my best to be myself. So I appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity in the first place.
okay. So we gotta see what you look like, head to toe, spin around. And Art, am I gonna do his read back?
Yes, that's what we discussed.
Okay, we did discuss. Thanks, love. Um, Keon, you gotta put the phone down, back up, turn around so we can see what you look like from head to toe. All right, you all. This is Keon. Keon lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. He is 32, 5'6", 177 pounds. I think he
Keon
said
like your
his
mama.
birthday is in June. I don't know what
Come
zodiac
on,
sign that
Keon.
is. He is more of a side, aka a baiter, aka more verse top. He is a server at two different restaurants. He is open to dating in different cities, but prefers in his city. He will date between 29 and 40. He's open to race, but prefers men of color. He likes guys who are fit, average, thick, long as you are healthy. And he is into monogamy. Tell us your Instagram handle, spell it, and then tell us if you want to get married or have children, because I think we forgot about that.
I'm not opposed to marriage, and I'm not opposed to having children when I feel like we're both ready for it, whoever that ends up being. Specifically, adoption,
Okay.
because my personal belief is that there's enough kids out here in the world that are dealing with the BS as it is. I'd prefer not to bring more life into this state of being. So that's where my head is at with it. And I do prefer to date locally. If you are in the Carolinas at least, or Atlanta, you know, I can try it again. Long distance hasn't been the best thing for me, but I'm not opposed to it entirely.
Okay, and what's your
And my
Instagram handle?
it is Keon Jim. So that is KEONDA and then GEM. Keon the Gym.
Okay, listen. Great interview. Go on some dates, okay?
And I just want to take a couple seconds to personally thank you, Lamont. I know if you had $1 for every time you heard this, you'd have a whole different stream of revenue. But I want to personally tell you that I appreciate the work that you're doing for us because, again, nobody taught us how to do this. So I appreciate you. And thank you for your time.
Thank you for the
Thank you.
flowers,
We
Keon.
enjoyed the interview, Keon.
Good night.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you think of Keon?
I like Keon. I thought Keon was extremely articulate.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, yeah, I feel like he could go left. I feel like he'll turn up on somebody though, but overall, I think he did well, and I think people were, I don't think if someone gave him a chance, they would be disappointed.
I love that he is honest about who he is and
Yeah,
didn't try to
very
fake the
honest.
funk and be like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. No, this is who
Yeah,
I
no, he was
am.
good.
This is what you signing up for. This is what you getting, right?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I want you. Hey, Camille, we see you. It's our cousins in the comment
Hey,
section.
Camille.
So you notice the echo is gone. I just want you to notice that the echo's gone, and we didn't do anything. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's rank.
I mean, what's the point of you saying that?
It has nothing to do with you or me.
Y'all see what I have to deal with? Why do people have? Why bring it up, Craig? Why bring it up? I'm sorry, y'all. We on the show. I get them after the show over.
I'm just saying, okay? All right, let's go ahead and rank him. If you think he's dateable, put a 10. If not, put a 1, which I think of Keon. Art likes people. I do have a filter. I'm gonna say something.
Woo!
I see Shelly is next.
Yeah, is Shelly ready? Did she send a request?
She did, yes.
Thank you, Lord. Lord have mercy. Okay. Can you?
The tequila's kicking in, FYI. All right, are y'all voting? What y'all think?
It looks like he's like averaging a 7, maybe about 8.
Okay. Listen, let's keep it going. Make sure you all like the video, share it, tag a friend, and buy a badge if you want. All right, Shelly is on, and then I think I see Sanaya and then Junior. Okay.
No.
I see people in there. I just want them to make sure. I got this.
Hello.
Hey. Hey. Hey, Art. You know what tripped me out is that when he was singing, all I could think about is you singing at your mom's birthday party.
Oh yeah.
Was it Amazing Grace?
No, I sung the mother song.
Well, give us a little bit of it.
M is for the million things she gave me. O means that she's only growing old. T is for the tears she shed to save me. H is for her heart that's filled with gold. That's it. It's about you right now.
I just wanted you to do a little bit because you was talking about him singing, so I figured.
No, I thought he did a good job singing.
I think so too.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
Hey, Lamont.
I wasn't talking about him. So listen, tell us your name.
My name is Shelly.
And Shelly, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Richmond, Virginia.
Hey, 2 up, 2 down. Okay. And how old are you?
She's like, no.
Excuse me?
How old are you?
Let them guess. Let them guess how old I am.
Okay. I'll let them
We
guess.
go with
Okay.
25. 25.
Okay, I'll take it.
Wait, how tall are you and how much do you weigh?
Are you big? Big.
What's your zodiac sign?
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
She's like,
Okay.
skip, move on.
And what type of work do you do?
I'm a nurse.
Okay.
I work for a group home with intellectually delayed and physically delayed clients.
Okay. What is your sexual position?
Straight.
No, I didn't say your sexual orientation.
Oh,
I
what
said
you mean position? Let me clean my phone off a little bit.
top, bottom, verse, or side.
Bitch, don't trip.
Are you pegging the guys? Are you pegging them?
I have never pegged anybody, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm on a dating app and I have met a guy who sent me a video of him pegging himself.
What?
Art.
Wait, hold it. Somebody put a trans flag in. Listen, we
Bitch,
love
ain't
all.
no damn film.
Just a cisgender
Somebody
woman.
said Shelly definitely got a strap. And I'm not, hey, these titties are real.
No, don't do it. This is a cisgender woman here. She's a cisgender woman with two
Somebody said
beautiful
I'm on the
children.
wrong show.
Listen, yes. Well, listen. Don't worry
Arthur
about the.
asked me to be on here. Thank you.
Listen, don't listen. We're not gonna do the comments. We not. Don't worry about the comments. You're gonna talk to us, okay? We're not gonna. We're gonna just
You a
talk to us.
bottom.
Can we
You a
do that?
bottom.
No, yes.
I'm a bottom. I take dick, right?
Yes, you
Yes.
take dick. But wait, you said a
Yeah.
man sent you a video of him pegging himself? Did that turn you on?
No, not at all.
Have you ever thought about pegging a man as a
Somebody
woman?
said happy trans day, Beth. I look like a man. I ain't think I look like a man.
You do not.
You're gorgeous. You look feminine.
Listen, let's just stick. Don't
Somebody
worry
said
about
I set you up. A cute man.
Listen. So I just want to ask you a question quickly. We're not gonna go down the whole
Okay, I'm
dating
gonna look at.
question.
I won't look at the comments.
No, don't look at the comments. I want you to. We've been having conversations about the word preference. So a lot of times, I'm going to repeat what I said before. A lot of times when we share with people what our preferences are, there are sometimes when we are ashamed for our preferences, people tend to put us in a box because we say, oh, I like light skin men, or I like dark skin men, I like X, Y, and Z. And then they feel like that, they kind of put a negative, in my perspective, they put a negative spin on something that you told them that you like instead of just going with what you say. How do you feel about that? Being a heterosexual woman, there are some preferences that you have in relations to men. How do you feel about preferences? And how does it relate to you, your sex life, and your dating life?
How I like you. People like what they like. People have a preference, and I feel like you shouldn't be judged on your preference.
Okay.
If you like a tall man, if you like a short man, if you like a fat man, if you like a skinny man, you shouldn't be judged on it.
Yes.
Regardless of what you like, it's your preference.
Tell me two preferences that you like when it comes to a man.
I like a darker man, and I like a man with a beard.
Oh,
Man
me
with a
too.
beard.
Me too. Me too.
Yes.
Okay.
The
You
beard
trying to
do
take
it.
my man? Huh?
Not a
How do
gray
you
beard. No, I like a gray beard too. I'm just.
what is your preference in relation to penis size?
I don't like a real big penis. I like an average size penis.
And you say you don't. Somebody said you like pegging men. No, she does not like pegging
I
men.
have never pegged a man. But let me tell you something, I probably will. If I had the opportunity, I might give it to him.
Now, do you think, I think this is a great question. We talked about this earlier. Do you think, and this goes around on social media a lot, If a man enjoys getting his ass ate, do you think that makes him gay?
No, I like to get my ass ate,
Okay. How do
but
you feel about?
I've never licked ass.
You never
Okay,
ever.
but it.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I always teased a guy that I was dating that I would. He was like, "No, you're not." But I've never done it.
If a man allowed you to do that, would you look at him differently?
No, I don't think that anything a man and a woman do is gay.
Mm.
But I
Uh,
think if it's two men and two men that's doing it, it's gay. If it's two
yes.
women that's doing it, it's gay.
Yeah.
The stereotype is so crazy. I've had a conversation with someone where if two women have sex, they're not gay. But if two men have sex, they gay
Now.
because they're supposed to be they are seen as being masculine.
Mm,
I
oh, really?
I don't agree with that. I think that
It's a
if
double
two men have
standard.
sex, they're gay, and if two women have sex, they're gay. They think that when two women have sex, they're not gay. They just exploring. So two men can't just explore.
Have you ever explored with a woman?
No, not interested.
Just a
Not
little bit.
interested. I could not imagine.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I could not imagine licking.
Mm-mm.
No, we're gonna leave. I mean, she has preference. That's her preference.
That's
It's
my
okay.
preference. My preference is
Yeah, I don't.
never to
I
lick
mean, it's
cooch.
okay. She's not damning anyone else. She's just
No.
saying that is not what she wants. She
Mm-mm.
don't. She have. You know, I hate to use this cliche term. She have lesbian friends
Yes.
who she hang out with. I am one of
Family.
her best friends. I've been allowed to be my authentic self since we have been young adults. So yeah, that's just what her preference is. And see, that's what I mean. People are afraid to stay with their preference is without people saying, "Oh wait, you don't like this one." You don't. It's not about that. It's about, hey, that doesn't work for me. This is what works for me. We can still commingle in the same spaces and be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. Yeah, so thank you so much for coming on with it. I want them to you can't do a spin because you're in your car, you out drinking with your friends. Happy birthday, Shania.
Oh no, I'm in my car. I came to my car to talk to you.
Yes, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
But I was on
So
hold for a long time because Keon. Hey
he came
Keon.
he came to do the interview. He did an amazing job.
He did absolutely. He's very articulate. He speaks very well.
Yes, he did speak well. So all right,
Love
well,
y'all.
we love you too. Thank you for coming.
I can't wait to see y'all.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night. Good
Okay.
night.
Good night. Bye bye.
Art, guess what?
Yes.
That is our first cisgender woman who came on to shoot her shot on the show. Halfway.
Hey.
Halfway. We're going halfway.
So just to let you know, Shelly is like a sister to me. We met each other in nursing school way back when, over 20 odd years ago, and we remained friends. Her daughter is my goddaughter, and her son he's my godson on the low, but yeah. So I mean, she's family to us. So
Yeah.
I appreciate her coming onto the show and talking, and yeah, and she's pretty as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
I pinned her right there. So if y'all want to follow her, y'all can. She's like, you
Yeah,
ain't tell
y'all follow
people
her. Yeah,
her
she's a
IG
great
name.
person. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
She don't need no more gay friends though. Y'all can find your own girlfriend.
You don't want no competition? You don't want no smoke?
There is no competition.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Okay, all right. Who we got next?
Okay, so let me see what we got. We got Sanaya in the queue. I'm gonna bring Sanaya on. But
Okay,
before I bring Sanaya on, FYI people, I will be in Houston doing an event on April the 29th. That's a Tuesday. So if you're in Houston, DM me and I'll send you the details, or click on the link in my bio and you'll have it. Also, if you live in Atlanta, we are doing a pickleball event. You know how to play pickleball, Art? No.
I know how to play tennis.
You don't know how to play pickleball, though.
I'm not playing pickleball. I will say this: statistically, as a nurse who works in the emergency room, last year, some of the most older people, a lot of the older people, they got injured by playing pickleball. It has become a popular sport. So, people are loving it. But I guess the older people, they're not grasping onto the concept well.
Well, the young people gonna be out in Atlanta playing pickleball. It's gonna be on April the 27th. That's a Sunday. It's a Sunday, so DM me. You want details? It's pickleball. It's be fun to hang out, meet other people, and it's for a fundraiser for the organization that I volunteer with, Thrive SS. So definitely, I want to see y'all on April the 27th. Better see y'all there. Okay. All right, let's see who's next. I am going to go to Sanaya, and then I see Justin. Sanaya, let's see if Sanaya is ready. Let's see. I think did I do it the right way? Yes. Hello. Yes, we
Hi, how
getting
are you?
feminine energy tonight.
Hello, Sanaya.
Hi, it's Cynthia. Nice meeting you.
Senya,
So,
Yes,
is
my
what?
baby.
Say it again.
Cynthia.
Oh, Cinia. Excuse me,
No,
Cinia.
you're fine,
Okay.
honey.
I'm butchering the
I was
name over there.
Lamont, I want to thank you for inviting me on to your show. I was like, huh? I don't think that they would be interested in me. But
Absolutely. Listen, I tell people, I keep reminding, like, it's for LGBTQ plus and an ally. Any and everybody can come. Just don't be on no bullshit. Right? So, Senya, nice to meet you.
pleasure to meet you as well.
This is my husband. This is Art. He's co-hosting tonight.
Hi, Art,
Yeah.
how are
So
you?
I'm doing great, Cinia. So I'm going to be asking you some questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, where are you from? Where you live?
I live in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio, baby. They like to fight in Columbus, baby. They don't play. No, I'm just joking. No, I have some of my coworkers who are from Columbus. They're really cool. So, how do you
Oh,
like it there in Columbus?
um, it's okay. The only thing I really do is work, in church.
Now,
I
were you
live a
born
boring
there?
conservative life.
Were you born there?
I was not. I was born in a much, much smaller city, like an hour north of Columbus.
Columbus.
It's in the middle of Cleveland and Columbus, a
Okay,
small, small town called Mansfield, Ohio.
Mansfield. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Now, how old are you?
I am 36.
36. Okay, you look great. Okay.
Thank
And
you.
how tall are you and how much do you weigh?
I'll tell you how tall I am. I ain't tell you how much I weigh.
I mean, it's listen. We don't have a gun to your head. You can you can share with.
The girls
I
ain't having
am
it.
now I am 6 foot even. So I'm
6
pretty
feet.
tall.
Okay, 6 feet. Okay, okay. What's your race or ethnicity?
African
Ethnicity.
American.
African American. And what's your zodiac sign?
Libra.
Okay, okay. And what type of work do you do?
I am a captain of security for a data center. That's another fancier term. Another easier term is a lead supervisor.
Lisa Brown. Okay, cool, cool. Okay. And can I ask you what are your pronouns?
She.
She. Okay. And how do you identify?
As straight.
Okay.
Straight. Okay. Straight.
Senya like,
Are you are
She's
you a
like,
cisgender? No, I just want because I just had my girlfriend on. We like to be clear. So,
Okay.
are you a cisgender woman? Woman?
No, I'm not.
Okay, that's what. Okay,
Okay.
okay,
No, I'm not. No.
okay.
Trans.
and now are
Trans
you
woman.
looking
Okay,
for a
that's
man, a woman, anybody open? Like, what you looking for?
A man.
A man with a penis?
Yes.
okay.
I want to make
So, uh, and are you into homosexual men? Do you prefer bisexual men, or do you prefer men who identify as straight? Because that is a question that people often ask.
Or, with the trans experience, we get the worst uh, deal when it comes to men. It's like we don't fit in the category with um gay homosexual men don't typically want us. Um Men, quote unquote, straight men, they want us, but you know how society and with
Right.
their
But
it's
no, I'm not talking. I'm talking about what is your preference. I'm not talking about what they want. I
okay.
get all of the dynamics of that. What do you prefer? Do you what it is that's something that you are willing to? Because we're gonna let them be and like what they like. But I want to know what it is that Cynthia likes.
Um, it bisexual, heterosexual.
Okay.
He can be homosexual, open, as long as he carries himself in a certain light.
Be specific. When you say a certain line, are you referring to masculinity?
Yes, yes,
Okay. Okay.
yes.
Okay. I mean, I like to be clear. I don't want nobody walking away with no kind of,
Because I
you
thought about
know,
something else. I thought you meant like he'd be out of the closet, like a certain light, like be in the light.
no. I think what I was thinking. Typically, I'll let you explain. I'm not going to explain for you, but I assumed that that's what you meant when you say it have to be a certain way. You want him to
You hit
present
it
it.
on the nail when you said masculine.
Yes, yes, that's
Yes.
Yes.
typically right, right. She. I don't think she's interested in being with a homosexual man, and they carry themselves and they look, you know, when they're female presenting. Let's just say that
Yeah,
she prefers to be with men who are masculine presenting.
Or they.
yeah. I'm kind of like I'm kind of dominant, very leadership oriented myself. So I think I need somebody else to complement that, even to
Yes.
be a step
Yeah.
not
I
higher than
listen,
myself.
my husband works with me all the time about verbiage. You know, we try not to offend people. So
Honey,
because
it's okay.
I say things that they just let them roll off my tongue sometimes. And I understand being able to talk to people and not be offensive. So I'm we are all a work in progress. So I'm with you, baby. What were you trying to say, Lamont?
Yeah, because like your terminology of homosexual, like
I'm trying to be politically correct,
most
Well,
Lamont.
no,
I'm
it's him. Like most people
Oh,
okay.
say gay, or same gender, but Art says homosexual because he's a little older, so that's the term
I
he
say it
uses.
too.
It is homosexual, same sex. I mean, just because I am 49 years old, but people
50.
still say I'll be 50 this year, but that's
Mhm.
okay.
Oh, okay.
But homosexual, gay, it's the same thing.
Mhm.
What's the difference in a dick and a penis?
You
Right.
want some dick or you want some penis, huh?
Right. Most of the time, people would rather you say dick. They don't want you to say
Right,
penis.
right, right,
If you
right. So
tell
that's what
me,
I'm
do you want
saying.
some penis? You probably not the man for me.
Move on. This is about senior. This is
No,
about
but go
senior.
ahead.
This is
So,
senior turn. This
yeah.
senior. Okay.
So, Cynthia, tell
Yes.
me what it is as a trans woman
Hmm.
in regards to dating. How much dating have you truly like embarked upon living where you live?
Um, Art. It has. Ohio is a very conservative state. Um, where I come from, where I'm originally born, is just the geographic of people is black and white. We
Mm-hmm.
all know each other. Very, very small town. Um, it might have been, and I'm so being so honest, 20 or 25 open black guys that were open homosexual in the whole city out of the black. That was it. There was
Okay.
no such thing as homosexual relationships. Um, a lot of DL men there, of course,
Mhm.
but you know, so I didn't do a lot of dating. I lived at church. I'm a church woman, Pentecostal Church of God in Christ. I lived at church.
I
So
grew
I,
up in Preston. So now I don't want to deviate, but I grew up in Pentecost. I grew up Church of God in Christ, and I
all right.
know
Yes,
how strongly they are in regards to their doctrination.
yes,
However, they still have some of the most gay, as Lamont would say it, gay, feminine presenting men that you sometimes want to encounter.
yes.
And when I've been in Georgia for almost 20 years, and
Hmm.
when I first moved here, I tried to find a church home. I literally went each Sunday. I would go to different places to see what best fit me as a gay man. And I went to this one church, and the preacher was preaching. I this is my second time going, and so when I heard the man say he was talking about something, then he referenced gay people as calling them sissies. I was completely taken back. And the thing that really took me for a loop was there were 3 men sitting on the pulpit who were sissies. I mean, using the terminology that he was using, you got these 3 people sitting here who are what you're talking about, which is derogatory. Like, and if you want to talk about homosexuality, can we find better terms to describe people? It's okay for you to say, okay, you may feel like this is not right, but why do you have to find terminology that is derogatory to describe people? And you're supposed to be a person who is a person of religious, a person who's supposed to be teaching people a better way to live. I mean, I never went back to that church again. I would never be in a place that, and I hope that you aren't either. And I know that you may not have, I don't know what exposure you have, but I mean, to be in places like that, I feel like it is dehumanizing for someone who is gay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I
just
have
my personal.
I have listened to it all of my life, and it has done some kind of mental things
Yeah,
of
it
hearing
does.
it
Yeah, it makes
for
you
so
question
long.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. So I kind of, I'm not really sexual promiscuous.
Okay.
So I try to work a lot,
Mhm.
focus on nutrition,
Mhm.
hobbies.
Do the people at
Um,
church, do they know that you're trans?
they do. I moved out of Mansfield about 3 or 4 years ago.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I could be myself because they just would not allow it
Mhm.
there.
Mhm.
Okay.
So now it seems like, with guys who want to, date trans, just want to have sex with them, for their
Right.
insecurity.
Of
And
course.
I've never been into, I'm not going to sit here and paint a picture and say I've been a
Yeah,
perfect
you're
angel
not
because
into
I
casual
haven't.
sex. That's
Yeah.
okay. I
Yeah.
mean,
I'm
it's
not
okay
in,
to
no,
have
I'm not
encounters
into
from time.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
So is the
Yes,
church you
Lamont.
go to now in Columbus, is it a affirming church?
Lamont, I do not go to a church here in Columbus.
Okay.
However,
Yeah.
I recently just found out about affirming churches with Vision Cathedral of Atlanta
Oh yeah,
with
that's my
Bishop.
church. That's my church.
And
Yeah.
I'm actually will be in Atlanta. I'm going to come to their convocation in
I will
June.
see you
Oh, good.
there.
Oh,
I will
good.
see you
Yeah,
there.
that's good. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, you know, we need that. Not just trans people, but everyone who lives outside of what people their box is. They need someone to remind them that God loves them. You know, I just,
Yeah.
I can't speak to that enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, but you want a
So
holy
yeah,
man. You want a holy man.
he he don't necessarily got to be holy.
Now you know they got holy horse too.
Lord, today. Tell us what type of man you want. Tell us, Senior. We listening. We listening.
Okay, just somebody Lamont who has a strong work ethic like I do.
Mhm.
Okay.
A leader,
Mhm.
dominant. I do prefer a top. I've seen some of the comments. Um, Handsome. I've got a little older, so I'm not as shallow as I used to be, about a 6 pack and all that stuff like that. But he got to dress nice, smell nice, just overall, a decent guy.
Mhm.
Okay.
So,
I mean that's fair. Now, are you on any dating apps?
honey,
No. Do they have dating apps for trans women or people?
you know what? I have tried to get on there, and it just was just too weird for me.
Do you know about that, Lamont? Do they have dating apps for
So I
the
think
trans
dating
community?
apps for trans people and lesbians, not safe. Not safe. Not safe.
Mm,
Because it's always the people who want to try to prey on them and take advantage. So I don't
And I'm not one you
recommend
can take advantage of. So,
mm.
I don't recommend lesbians or trans people using dating apps.
Now, Cindy, I know you said you prefer black men. Have you ever talked to or tried to date someone out of that ethnicity?
I have went out. Yeah, I'm open. I prefer, of course, a black man, but
Hmm.
I'm definitely not limited to just dating a black man. I have went out to straight clubs or whatever, white, and they give me the same vibes as once they find out you're trans. It takes the turn they trying to sleep with you on the first night and all that stuff like that, and that's just not me. So
But so I mean, not to, but that's any. I mean, not to, that's any. You go out, the gay black men, any gay white men, the straight people. You go out somewhere, they're gonna try to sleep with you on the first night. I mean, that's just what people do. Not trying to.
That's what
I
people
don't think
do.
that's something
Is that what
that's
they do, Art?
exclusive for the trans community.
yes, art, that is true. But
Yeah,
however, uh, people, and I don't want to sit there and go into a discussion of slandering my community, my trans sisters. You know, a lot of guys typically think that they're easier, so they try them easier than they would a biological male.
I hear what you're
I'm
saying,
sorry,
but
female. I'm a little
listen.
nervous, so
It's okay, baby. And I'm gonna say exactly what I just said before. That is not exclusive for just the trans community. The straights, they got whores in all communities. The gays, the straights, all of us have been promiscuous. I mean, that may not be, speak to you, but there are people who are. I mean, you can go out. It takes place in all communities. But I hear what you're saying, and I understand your when it speaks to you. That's not what you. That doesn't work for you. So it's kind of a stop, like a red flag for you.
If somebody had an issue with me saying that as a cisgender man, that I don't think lesbians and transgender people should use dating apps because I just whatever. So I'm a dating coach and a matchmaker, and based on the research, lesbians and trans people always report that like couples want to experiment with them. There are people trying to, you know, um, take advantage of them financially, like rob them. There are horror
Right,
stories. It's not my opinion. This
right.
is like facts. It's not safe for people can do if you want to, but it is a lot of trans people and lesbians don't have good experiences using
Right.
any dating app.
hmm I mean, dating apps in itself, you have to be cautious about.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then we think about the trans experience, which
yeah,
they definitely have to be cautious.
mm,
And women,
yeah,
those two alone,
yeah,
they are people who people tend to antagonize, and they have a lot of things that I mean, you just have to be cautious. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
if you don't know that, then I suggest you pick up a book, look at the internet,
mm,
or do some research. We
yeah,
know that they're definitely in harm's way.
yeah,
I don't think he's trying to deter anyone from using a dating app. I think he's trying to speak to the safeness of the people using the app.
yeah,
That's what he's trying to
yeah,
speak to.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's all I'm saying, people. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
So, Cynthia, back to
yeah.
you.
hmm
So based on what you're saying, the next question I was going to ask you about was monogamy, open relationships. I'm assuming that you tell me what you prefer: monogamy, open relationships, poly agreements.
if I was in a relationship, definitely monogamy. I'm not.
Okay,
I don't play those type of games, sharing anything.
okay.
So it would definitely be, and I'm not knocking whoever decides to
No,
do it.
it's listen. The key word for today is preference. That's your preference, and you're welcome to have it. If people don't like it, it's on them.
Yeah.
Okay. What about age?
Probably between 29 to about 47.
29 to 47. Why not just take it to 50?
Okay, 50.
He turning 50, Cynthia. He turning 50.
Oh, and I know you talked about body type. You said you can work with people as long as they present well.
I mean, I don't want, him super overweight, but, like, I'm starting to get back into work because I didn't gain a little bit of a pouch too. I'm getting older. So I'm starting to get back into the gym and cutting back. So I want him to, be fit. Long as he looks nice and not sloppy looking. Like I
Yeah,
said,
that's
he
what I
don't got to
said. He
have a,
presents well. Okay.
right. You don't have
Okay.
to have a 6 pack or 8 pack like I used to want. I've gotten older. I'm not shallow like that anymore. But
Did, did you tell us what your zodiac sign was?
Libra.
Libra,
Libra.
yeah.
Oh Lord, the Libras. Oh, my mother's a Libra. Jesus. They something else, but they sweet though. We like the Libras. um, does anyone have any questions for Cynthia?
Yes, let's see. Oh, do you want to get married?
my mind haven't went that far, Lamont. Let's see, can we get in a relationship?
You're like, you want to go on a date and a relationship first, and then you figure that out.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, does the guy have to live in Ohio, or are you open to other cities?
I'm open to other cities. Um, I feel like relationships aren't even successful when they live in the same city, let alone somewhere else. But yeah,
So you're open to different cities.
yes.
Okay. Let's see what these questions I got for you, Senya.
Oh,
Do you have any red flags?
Um, I don't know how to answer that. Can they be a little bit more specific?
Something
I
that
mean,
Do you
I
one
have? Is
thing
there
you feel
anything
like
that is gonna keep you from dating somebody? Like, is a hard stop. If you see someone, if you notice some types of something about someone, it's gonna be like, hell no, I'm not dating them.
a deal
Point
breaker?
um, I see.
blank.
um, well, yes. I have seen people be extremely homophobic and talk crap about trans,
Mhm.
and then secretly try to come and talk to me. That is an
Mm,
that is a flat out deal breaker.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Some girls might be okay with that. I'm not one of them.
yeah.
Okay. You got to stand for something. I know that's
Yeah,
right.
yes.
Someone wanted to know: have you ever dated somebody who was in jail?
I've had conversations, not necessarily date.
Not date, but talk to. Okay. There's some more questions. What's your ideal date that if you went on a date?
Um, a walk, a restaurant. Um, I can pay. It don't necessarily got to
Oh,
be
come on.
expensive.
I can pay. Come on. Come on, Oprah Winfrey.
Good question. Someone said, "Have you ever been in love?"
Um, Probably in high school, but they didn't. These were straight boys. They didn't love me, and no,
No,
no, I haven't.
no.
No,
Senior, we got to
no.
get you on a date with somebody so you can fall in love with somebody. All right, let me get one more question because we got a bunch of people in the queue. Um, mm, that was it. That was from the other people. We got to see what you look like from head to toe. So you got to prop up the camera somewhere, stand up and turn around so we can see what you look like. Okay.
Yeah. I like this red on you, and your skin looks beautiful.
All right, you
Thank
all.
you.
This is Senya. Senya lives in Columbus,
I don't know what I'm
Ohio.
doing.
She is 36, 6 foot even. She's a Libra. She is a
Turn
lead
around. We need to see you,
supervisor.
baby. Don't we need to see
I'm
all of
trying to
you.
figure out how to
We ain't
do
see
it.
nothing.
Art, let me
We ain't
see.
see nothing. Let's show what you're working with. Come on now. Don't be afraid.
She's a lead
Okay, there
supervisor
we go.
for a security company.
There we
She
go.
will date a man who lives close to her, any other city. She'll date between 29 and 50. Want you to be fit, average, athletic, dad bods are okay, open to race, and she is into monogamy. Tell us your Instagram handle and spell it for us, please.
Honey, I don't even know what it is. It's Senya Johnson.
Yes, that's SINYAJOHNSON. Yes. Senior, thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you so much.
Listen, go on some dates, and I will see you when you come to Atlanta.
Thank you.
All right, see ya.
Take care.
Bye. Okay, I'm happy Senya came on. What y'all think about Senya? If you think she is dateable, put a 10. If not, put a 1. Let us know. Let us know. Now, Art, we got a bunch of people in the queue, okay?
Okay, so we have either Keith or Dre supposed to be next. Depends on who's there.
I got Dre. I got Dre, Duran. I got Justin. We got 4 other people in the queue. So we're
Okay,
gonna
so just send it to Dre.
okay, and you're gonna keep these moving, okay?
Yeah, we're gonna keep it moving. Well, we're gonna move. We're
A little
trying to move about.
faster. A little
Yeah, I
faster.
didn't tell Senior, we enjoyed the interview.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on. Yes. Hey, Dre.
What's up?
What's
Can you
up?
hear me?
We can
Yeah.
hear you loud and clear. How are you?
I'm good. I just finished
Good.
my exam.
Okay, good. Did you feel confident about it?
I feel all right about it so far.
All right. Okay. Well, we gonna speak 100 in existence. Okay.
Oh,
Where are you calling us from?
I'm at school
No, what
in
city
Atlanta.
are
In
you calling us
Atlanta.
from? These
In
folks don't know
Atlanta.
where.
I'm in Marietta right now, but I live in Atlanta.
Okay.
Oh,
Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Okay. And how old are you?
Want me not lying? I'm 33.
33. Okay.
people
And
uncomfortable
how
about their
tall?
age and their weight tonight. I don't know what that's
No,
about.
I'm not uncomfortable. Listen, Lamont, I'm not uncomfortable with my age. I be telling people I'm 30 sometimes, and I always get on
Why?
19 because I
I
want to
mean,
be
30,
30.
33. What's the big difference?
I want to be 30 still.
Jesus. Okay. How tall are you and how much do you weigh?
I'm 5'6" and I'm 175 as of today.
170. No, I'm just,
As of today, I'm 175.
I mean, you sound like you might be a little bottom heavy.
Oh, you tried it. I'm all solid over here.
Oh, what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces. Okay. What's your sexual position?
I'm verse.
Verse. Now,
And if
are you
we're gonna do arts. I mean Lamont's protocol.
Gay math. Do the gay math.
Come
gay
Come
on,
on.
mad? Yes.
his gay math as of what year we in? 2025 to 2020 last year. It's been half and half.
Has it been half and half?
It has been.
Okay.
The,
It's the
the
doubt.
callers on the
It's the
line will tell
doubt.
you.
It's
It ain't no,
doubt.
there never been no doubt. I can give it
Okay.
or receive it. I'm not
What?
ashamed.
What? We're moving on. What type of work do you do?
I work in public health and also, yeah, and I work in
Public
ER.
health. Okay. And what's your social media account? Can you tell us what your social media
My
account
social
is?
media account is IBE_DR3. So IB Dre.
Okay. Um, so one of the things we were talking about tonight, I just want to get your um, views on it. The word preference. You
Okay.
know, people often are triggered by that word. Um, tell me how you feel about preferences.
I have no. I think when I was younger, I felt had a big stigma on my preference, especially with being an athlete. You wanted to date somebody that was athletic as much as you were, or a little bit more athletic than you were. As I've gotten older, I feel like my preference has altered a little bit much,
Mm-hmm.
but not too much, but it's still within the same. So I want somebody that's athletic, but also that I'm not afraid of talking to somebody that's bigger than I am. So I like the Bears. The Bears are fun. Um, the athletic people are fun. The people that are taller than I am, people that are shorter than I am, people that are not as athletic as I am. But I want somebody that's in between, somebody that knows how to know what a gym look like, know
Know
how
what
to
is
eat
okay?
healthy.
Not just by
No,
riding by the gym.
okay, not riding by. 'Cause I can ride by too, but I mean, know what a gym looks like. Like you can step inside and get a membership and
Okay.
know how to get on a bike
Come
and a
on, membership.
treadmill and elliptical. Knows how to eat healthy, not just always eating fast food all the time. Your health is your wealth. People are dying off, especially in the gay community. We're dying left and right. Peace. RIP to Malik Wyatt as well. So it's prevalent to make sure that you're keeping on top of your health because if you want to stay in this lifestyle or this life that we have that we're only here for a very small period of time, make sure you're eating what you need to eat that keeps you here.
So tell me what dating has looked like in your life as a 33-year-old man who works in public health, living in the city of Atlanta. What does dating look like for you in the last past year?
I've been on dates. That's it. Openly dating. That's it.
I didn't ask you have
Date.
you been on dates. I said,
That's how
what does
dating.
dating look
It
like
has
for
looked
you?
like a
I'm
Tetris
sure you've been
game.
on dates. Yeah.
It's
Huh?
like a Tetris game. A Tetris game.
A Tetris game. Be more specific. Tell us.
More specific. So people are they're straightforward of what they want, but also they're not willing to commit. So they're open to going on a date, willing to sleep with you at that moment in time when it's great for them and convenient for you at that moment, but they're not willing to take it on to a long-term situation. Especially if they're not ready.
So let me ask you something. Do you feel like you provided for the person enough tools for them to want to move forward and feel like they're ready?
I feel like I'm very
Because you
open
know a
book.
lot. I'm not just speaking to
Go
you. I'm gonna stop. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, they always talk shit about the dating pool," and then they say, "Oh, people don't want to do this." But like, what have you done to make someone feel like that they want to move to the next level with you? And I'm not
I
just
feel
trying to
like
pick on you, but we're just
no,
having a
you're good.
conversation.
You know,
Okay.
I love y'all.
Okay.
But I feel like I've been very transparent as far as what I when I go into the situation. I'm telling people like, okay, if we're going on a date, like even the last person I'm talking currently people I'm talking to now, like if I slept with you on the first day, just gonna sleep with you on the first day, that means you're gonna get sex the second day.
Right. Okay.
I mean, it's going. You need to consider like be considerate of my time and your time as well. I want a date. So my thing is, we're going to discuss what are we doing past this time frame. Yes, we love the instance of it being exciteful or spontaneous or being in light of the moment, but the moment has to progress.
So let me ask you something. If you sleep with someone on the first date, do you look at them differently in regards to moving forward in a relationship?
If it was the sex was whack, yeah.
Mm. Okay.
My thing is just because I wanted at that moment in time, I might have been drunk or high. But and Sophie are those as well. But if the sex was not pleasing to my needs, or if I wasn't happy or satisfied in that moment, I had to go call somebody else, or I had to get it from somewhere else, or I had to fake it to make it. Um, I'm like, okay, we can be cool, but it ain't gonna work. 'Cause I need to be
Okay.
stimulated mentally, physically, and emotionally. But also, I want to be when I'm in that physical aspect of the sex. I want the sex to be mind blowing. I want to feel like Gail when she got off the plane, off the thing when she got there. I want to feel
When she came from outer space.
like when she came up out of space for the 24 hours that she was gone, or
Okay.
the 8 hours
That-
that she was gone.
okay. Okay. All right. Well, um, do you all have questions for Dre?
What's a good age range? What's the youngest you go? What's the
Oh yeah,
oldest?
good age. Yes.
The youngest I will go will be 28. The oldest I'll be will be I feel like 45, 43, 43, 45. I
Why
like
not
older
50?
guys. I ain't going to 50 yet. If you look good and you 50,
You
I
done
might
slept
jump
with a
in.
50-year-old. Why you can't date a 50-year-old?
I have slept with a 50-year-old. I slept with
Right.
many 50-year-olds.
It's
A
his
few of them
preference. It's his
they was
preference.
fine as
It's his
hell.
preference.
I'm
We talked
messing with
about.
Dre. I'm picking with Dre. I'm
Correct.
messing with Dre.
So
Dre is
no,
my
my
friend. I
thing
can
is,
mess with
but if you are 50 years old and you look good, like Morris Chestnut good, like Boris
him.
Kojo kind of good, like the good the Chris Hemsworth kind of good. Like I'm able to tuck into a couple
No,
white guys.
I'm
I'm
just
not
giving you a hard
opposed.
time. You know I'm just fucking with
No, you good. I ain't never been shamed.
you.
Does he have to live in Atlanta, or are you open to other cities?
Atlanta preferably, but I don't mind traveling. I have a passport and I have my flight miles.
Okay, somebody was like they out of the country, so they may want to see you, Dre. Um, what about monogamy, open relationships, agreements, poly? What you like?
Um, I'm going to start off with monogamous relationship situations, but I all open to agreements.
Okay.
Because if we're out of the country or out of state somewhere, and you might fly somewhere and I'm not there, I mean, go ahead, bust it down. Go and do what you
Buzz
do.
it down, baby.
Bust it down. Get it wet. Like, do what you do. But make sure you record it. Give me I want to know the deets after the fact. Come back and tell me what
Do you
happened. I
really
want to
want
know
to see
all
the
of it.
recording? Can you really handle that?
I can handle it. I'm good.
So you be okay with
If people go
seeing a video of your man having sex with somebody else while you're not there?
correct, I would
Okay.
Now,
be.
does it matter if he getting bust down or not?
It doesn't matter. I feel like if at the moment if we gave consent in that aspect, then we're okay. I think it's not if you did it and I didn't give you consent, then I would be like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Like we didn't talk about this. But I mean, come back and tell me what how he was. I mean, because I might want to be like, okay, so can we bring that person? Can we find that person here? Let's see what you're gonna really do.
Okay.
We all gonna be in a situation. And also for those people that know, I do dance as well because people always ask, I know people discuss that. I do dance.
Now, when you say dance, are you talking about like with Alan Avely? I need you to be specific.
I have a background in dance as well. I have a degree in dance, but I also like exotic dancing as well.
Okay. Okay.
Exotic dancing. Okay.
For
Okay.
Yes.
for the
Okay.
children that want to know, because they like to discuss, the girls like to talk.
Well, listen, you on this platform, we gonna be transparent because you know it's gonna come out. The comments gonna bring it out, so
I
it's all
mean, the
good.
comments you can't put nothing in the streets, or the streets I don't already know.
Oh, you better say it.
So I mean, here it is
Tonight
what
is
it is.
transparency. Yes. What about ethnicity, race? What do you prefer?
I prefer people of ethnic backgrounds, black men preferably, but I'm open to talking to others if you are cognizant of my race.
Okay. All right. So if y'all got questions for Dre, use the question function or wave if you want to come on and ask him a question. Let's see. Hmm. Why do you feel like you are still single?
Oof. I feel that if the reason I'm still single is because honestly, I don't even fucking know no more. Honestly, I don't know.
Just think
I
of
know
one
I
reason.
put
Just
up
why.
I don't settle for less. I can say that much.
You don't settle for less. Okay. Let's see what other questions they got.
I dance at Best Friends. I know somebody asked that. Best Friends only on Fridays. So if you're here on Fridays, you live in Atlanta, you come out. I dance there on Fridays.
That was the second question. Someone's like, "We're gonna come see you dance."
Where do you dance on Fridays?
At Best Friends.
Best friend. Oh yeah, we've been there before. Yeah, that's right.
What's
Okay.
your love language?
Words of affirmation and quality time.
Okay. All right, we're gonna see what you look like from head to toe. You got to stand up, turn around,
Oof.
spin, so we
Yeah,
can see
take
you.
that coat off. Take that
I'm
coat
not taking.
off.
I'm not taking my jacket off because I have my
Let
work
them
scrub on, so they can't see my.
take that coat off.
They're not taking my coat off.
He don't want to see where
I
he
did. I
work
can't have my
at.
We
job
want
up here.
don't if y'all really want to see him, go to Best Friend. Take that coat. Okay, come on.
This is Dre, you all. He lives in Atlanta. He is 32, 5'6", 175 pounds. He is a Pisces team verse. He works in public health, works in emergency room. He also is an exotic dancer. He will date between 28 and
You're petty.
45. If you 50, you gotta look like Morris Chestnut or some sexy actor or somebody. You gotta have it right.
Tay Diggs.
Tay
Facts.
Diggs.
Come on, Tay Diggs.
He wants you to have a relationship with the gym, so you have to have a gym membership. That's a requirement. He will date guys of color, but prefer black guys. He's into monogamy or agreements, and you got to let him see the video if you go step outside the relationship so he can watch it later. Tell them your
I don't have a Twitter, Troy.
Somebody asked for your Twitter.
Yes.
I mean, these kids.
Troy.
It's always a Troy.
And I know
It is
Troy. Troy would be
always.
funny.
Listen, Troys are
Troy got-
diabolical. I don't care who they are.
The Troys and the Bryans.
Listen, woo, I don't know about the Browns, but the Troys, baby, is giving very baseline red flag.
And the mics. You gotta forget, don't forget about the mics. You know, the mics be in there too sometimes.
Oh,
Tell us your
you gotta give us
Instagram
your
handle and
Instagram
spell it,
again.
please.
My Instagram handle is IBDre, so it's spelled IBE_DR3.
Thank
Great
you,
job,
Dre, for
Dre.
coming
Thank
on.
you. Let me know how you did on that test.
I will, and then I'll text you about it.
Okay, all right. Talk to you later.
See ya.
All right. See ya.
I love that
Okay,
people
Dre
are
did
being
good.
transparent tonight.
I mean, people that I know, they typically are, what you see is what you get, baby. It is what it is.
All right, what y'all think of Dre? Is Dre dateable? Put a 10, if not, put a 1. All right, they're saying you're the best co-host.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Slide in my DM.
Wait a minute. Wait. Don't slide in my man's DM. Don't listen. Come here, friends. Come closer. Don't slide in my man's DM because we're going to have a problem, okay? You want to get blocked? Slide in my man's DM. Okay, let me fix it.
So Keith is next.
Okay, well, what about Duran too?
Keith is next.
All right, let's bring Keith on, then Duran.
Yes.
Listen. Let's see. You about to have me beat the people up. Hello, Keith.
Hello.
I really was about to be asleep.
That's why I was like, listen.
I really was about to be asleep. What's up? Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm great. I'm here.
Good. That's what we like to see. We love to see that. So tell us your name.
My name is Keith, like Keith Sweat.
Where are you from?
Norfolk, Virginia.
Norfolk. Now, where are you from originally?
Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay.
I'm from Norfolk, Virginia, by way of New York, back to Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay.
So, yeah.
How tall are you and how much do you weigh?
I'm 5'10" and a half, and today I weigh 173.
173. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what is your race or ethnicity?
I'm black.
Okay. I mean, you never know.
He's Negra. He's Negra. He's black.
I'm a Negra.
Negra.
What is your sexual position?
Already.
Oh, I am a baiter.
You know, we had a beta on earlier
I
today, and I
saw,
was
I
able to.
saw. I'm a baiter. I'm a baiter side first, and a verse top second. Yeah, if that's what the apps say.
So
But
I gave a description of what a beta was. How do you feel about the description I told the people? If you heard
I forgot. I don't drink and smoke since you said
it,
that. I don't know.
what is a beta?
Well, someone who finds pleasure in masturbation or group masturbation and for a prolonged amount of time. Not like most. I describe it as I masturbate to feel good. Other people masturbate to ejaculate.
You think
Yeah,
there's a difference?
I think there's a difference. I mean, you can masturbate and ejaculate in 5 minutes or 30 seconds.
Mhm.
But to
yeah,
feel
just get
good
to the
might be
point.
an hour and a half. Yeah, well, it all depends.
How do you feel about that, Lamont?
I'm not a baiter, so I am nowhere near a baiter. I am absolutely nowhere a baiter.
You
I am
sometimes just need
more.
to calm down and slow down and take your time and settle into what you're doing.
I do that when I'm having penetration.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he likes penetration.
I will take my time and do penetration either way as long as it needs to happen. But when it comes to baiting, oh God, no! Let's get this done in three. Boom, boom, we're done. Like
Heard, as they say, heard, chef. Heard,
um,
okay.
now, Keith, what type of work do you do?
I work in real estate.
Okay.
And then I also work in interior design or decor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us what your social media account is? Like, I want you to spell it out for us so Lamont can write it down and read it back to the people.
It's VA Dandelion, which is VADANDYLION, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm pretty sure that's what
yeah,
it is.
that's it. I got it. I got it. And what type of work did you say you were doing?
Real estate.
Yeah.
And interior design.
Yes.
Mhm.
And a little hole
So,
on the side.
one of the things that we've been asking or talking to our guest tonight about is the word preference. Um, Specifically sexual preference, which refers to the type of sexual partners, activities, characteristics, and individuals who are attracted to or find pleasurable. What is your perspective in regards to sexual preference? How
I
do
mean,
you feel about it?
I think sexual preference is to know your sexual preference is very important, and I think that people actually um, you have people who have their preferences and who are looked down upon, but you also have people who you might ask them and they truthfully say, "Hey, I go with the flow," and they have no decided preference whatsoever. And I think that that can sometimes be a tad bit of a disservice, or especially for a person like me, because I want you to tell me what your preference is, what you like, what you would like to do or have done. And some people either find shame or difficulty in communicating and saying that. But I mean, I don't judge you because of your preference. I want to know, it might
Right.
not be mine, but I still want to know.
Yeah, I think I often think that when people tell what their preferences are, sometimes people are taken back by it. Um, they'll say, for example, I've used this example before. When you say you don't like a person that's a certain size, it's okay for you,
Oh yeah.
yeah, but people, they often look at it as like, now you're shaming these people, or now you're ostracizing these people, or you're looking down upon these people, and I don't think that's right. I mean, I feel like everyone should be allowed to speak their preference, and respectfully, we should be able to receive that without having any type of, you know, the person getting any rhetoric from it. So, I mean, that's just how I feel about it.
No, I agree 100%, but we live in a judgmental society, you know what I mean? So when someone else says what they're into and it doesn't align with what we're into, then it kind of throw an eyebrow up like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? But I mean, a lot of people's preferences go out the window when the doors close, or when you're not asked what it is, but somehow you participate in it and then say, well, that really ain't my preference. But I mean, I think that more people should be open and upfront about what their preferences are. Closed mouths don't get fed. So, you say what
Okay.
you're into, say what you want.
Yeah, I feel like people sometimes, especially when they're in an initial sexual encounter, they don't share their preferences because they're afraid of people saying, I don't, they're afraid what people may do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we messed around. They're scared to say, I don't like this or I don't like that because they're scared the person's going to turn away from them. Instead of just being their authentic self and say, hey, that's just not what I like. Yes,
Well,
Lamont.
the reality of the situation is if they don't like why would you want to be with somebody or do something with somebody who don't want to do what you want to do or like what you do? Like, that don't make no sense.
It happens all the
So,
time.
Keith,
I mean, I get it,
I'm, I'm,
Yes, Lamont.
I'm like jumping on the inside over here. If you can't tell, like it's like tag me in, tag me in. Hey, coach. Hey,
Right,
coach.
yeah.
Put me in. Keith, they are sensing your freak level is like up there, like in outer space. What is your freak number? Can you tell us your freak number and describe
How
it?
did we get here?
Wait.
How did we get here?
It's the
Like, how
comment
did they
section.
get
They see
there?
this dildo behind you and they're going crazy. Like they're like, "What
What
is your
dildo
Oh
is
my God,
behind
it's
you?
a candle. No.
No,
It's
no,
a
no, no,
candle.
no, no,
It is a candle.
no. It's a candle.
I was reading some of the comments and I'm just like, well, maybe they're not talking about him. What are they? Because
Yeah, I didn't.
I
I
looked
purposely
over his
wasn't looking at the
shoulder
comments, so
and I'm
I
just like, I
didn't.
don't see what
And
they're
I
saying.
truthfully did not. Earlier when I put my camera up, I made sure that wasn't in it. And
Well, honestly, friend, I can't even see your whole head. Like
no,
part of your head is cut off.
We
Yeah,
can
you
see
got.
you just fine, Keith. It's his camera.
Okay,
You're fine.
that's better.
oh,
That's better. That's
okay,
better. No, he was cut off a little bit. That's much better. Yes. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
What's your freak
I
number?
What's this range?
1 to 10.
11.
Why would you say 11?
Somebody on I think one of the guests earlier said you only got one life, you only here once. You should really enjoy it. People be waiting around like
wait. Somebody just said, I gotta read this comment. I gotta read it. They said some guy named Terrell said, a candle just sitting around. Oh yeah, he from Norfolk. Oh my
if
God.
if okay, I mean the candle came from Jersey,
I mean,
if
his
it
name
makes
is
a
T
difference.
Nail. T Nail. I think T
Okay.
Nail live
T
in Richmond.
Nell,
I
he
don't know.
lives in Richmond.
Yeah, that name. I was like, he live in Richmond, don't he?
We went to
He
his
was like,
sister's lounge in Richmond.
oh, okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I'll take my
Okay.
candle there.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So,
Okay.
what were we talking about? Oh, you was preference.
I have no idea.
Yeah, we were talking about preference. It's okay.
People's preferences, yeah. People telling me a closed mouth doesn't get fed. I think is the last thing I said.
Right. Okay. Well, we definitely, yeah. So we came up here talking about dating. Are you single?
Yes.
Are you single?
I'm very single, yes.
Okay.
Isn't everyone up here?
No,
Well,
No.
I mean, us excluding you.
Some
Oh,
people
no?
are in situationships. There are different types of single.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why
I'm
we like
sorry.
to
Yeah.
ask.
No, I'm
Are you
single. I don't have a
okay?
situationship or anything. No.
Okay.
No. Mm-mm.
What type of person are you interested in dating? I know that's kind of a vague question, but you can kind of like, you know, break it down.
Well, honestly, I'm not looking for anything. I am interested in a companion.
yes,
Companion.
companion.
A
Yes,
companion.
Now,
companion.
A
can I
companion.
stop you there?
I'm stopped.
When I hear the word companion, from me, I'm 49 years old. Lamont just referenced me as
Oh,
like,
I did see in the comments. I'm 47.
oh yeah, keep this 47. So when I hear the word companion, I think of someone who the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear the word companion, I hear non-sexual. That's just what comes to me.
No.
I'm just
Oh, I'm
okay.
sorry. I didn't know if you were saying
I'm
that for
just
me to
yeah, no, I'm gonna give you a chance to respond. Non-sexual, someone I can spend time with. But I should say non-sexual. Someone I can spend time with, someone that I'm not focused so much on sex about. And that's pretty much kind of I think of something like what my parents or my mother would want, a companion, somebody just spending time with, go places with, and her focus is not really sex. I'm just saying, when I hear companion, I think of my mother-in-law, I think of my mother, I think of your mother. I don't think of someone who's 47 years old and
They just want to watch
of
TV
wanting a
together.
companion. What you say?
So, am I supposed to talk now?
Yeah, it's your turn. I'm sorry, my fault.
I mean, I guess one could think anything. I mean, for me, and maybe it's far fetched, it doesn't make sense, but I'm not necessarily looking for a committed relationship in that sense. I'm looking for someone who's interested in doing things together, traveling, having a healthy sex life,
Okay.
and having your own lane at the same time. If that ends up and gets to a committed relationship, so be it. I'm not opposed to any of that, but that's just not what I'm necessarily looking for based on where I am in my life right now.
Okay.
I'm doing a lot of um, enjoying and figuring out who I am as a single person in this life and world. And I like where I am and how I live. And to be able to share that with somebody from time to time who is like-minded would be pretty
Mhm.
great.
Mhm.
Yep.
Do you want to get married and or have children?
I already have a child.
How old is your
Um,
child?
um, 27.
27.
And get married. That's a uh. I'm not quite sure about that one.
Put it in
Okay.
context for the
But
people, Keith, please.
Yeah. He articulates well.
I've in a sense kind of already done that, so I don't necessarily know if I want to go down that road again.
Yeah,
Okay.
But
yeah,
I am pretty open to a lot of things.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that makes sense, though, because like the companion comment makes sense because you've previously been married. So it's like, oh, if I'm gonna do this again,
Well, yeah.
I want it to be a little different and than before, right?
Just to kind of I guess not to be clear, I've been in a relationship or in relationships from my 20s to my 40s.
Yeah,
So I'm really now just enjoying, dating and having fun and having companions.
Okay.
companions. Hashtag
Um,
companions.
that's it, right. Um, when you decide to see this person, or should this companion live in your city, or are you okay with them living somewhere else?
I mean, ideally, yeah, but they don't necessarily have to. But ideally they would be, close or
Okay.
local or
Is there a
close.
certain race or ethnicity that you prefer this companion have?
I mean, at the end of the day, I like men. Um, but I guess if we're talking about preferences, going back to the beginning, I prefer men of color and black men. But um, at this stage of the game, I would prefer a man that's just in line with what I like and what I'm looking for.
Now, what I'm just laughing. What, what I'm chuckling when I ask this question, but um, what body type are you looking for? Do they have to possess a certain type of a certain body type?
No, there's this old saying, height, weight, proportionate. Height, you know what? You can't go wrong with
Baby,
a good old height,
if
weight,
I had
proportionate.
something to throw right now,
I mean, and so you can take that from one end of the gamut to the other. Um, uh, I like to, when I look at you, I like to like what I see, if you know what I mean.
I like that.
And if that falls into
That gets
height,
pretty
weight,
simple. Height,
proportionate,
weight, proportion. Yeah.
yeah, then I'm probably with it.
Okay. Are you into monogamy, open relationships, poly agreements, etc.? What is your preference?
Mm, um, uh, uh, I, I think I'm probably more into agreements. Being that I'm not necessarily looking for in the beginning a relationship or a road to a commitment. I'm looking more to a road of alignment. So I think that what my preference is as far as a relationship will come with that alignment,
Okay.
if that makes any sense.
Somebody said, I'm gonna read this comment. JNP dot dot says you can find companions anywhere. I don't necessarily agree with that. But
How many
that's just,
companions do they have?
I don't know how many. I don't know.
I mean, you
What's the
can,
age
but
range
the
for
thing
you?
is, well, oh, 30 and up. And, oh God, I mean, yeah. But in that 30, we would have some conversations.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
If y'all
Yeah.
got questions
And
for Keith, use the question function. I think there are a bunch of these in here, Keith. Or if you want to come on and ask Keith a question live. I don't think nobody came on and asked a question tonight live.
No, they did not.
If you want to
no,
come on and ask him a question, just wave in the comment
What do you
section and
mean
I'll bring
no?
you on.
he
What?
was saying that you didn't have any. I said no.
Oh.
Yeah, let me see what questions they got. Let's see.
I'm just current regimen.
Oh, somebody said you're a pretty young thing in that world.
Oh, thank you so much. I've been trying to get away from that my whole life.
Someone said,
A
since you're
companion.
into baiting, does that also involve cruising?
No, not
Hmm.
for me.
It is.
No.
Do you know what? I don't know why, but a lot of betas do cruise, like they
Yeah.
are into like the cruising type.
No,
People,
I mean, it's not my thing. I
I
mean,
think people are
I've done it
so.
all.
So I think it's interesting. I will say this. Keith and I have been friends also for years. He's one of my best friends. And if you were to come in his house, you would see pictures of naked men. We often talk about how people take things and they turn like this candle. People have taken. I mean, the candle is all in the comments, but they're taking this thing and they're sexualizing it, even though it's a candle and it's a dick. But we often have conversations about stuff like that. I mean, people are just talking about this candle. I've never seen the candle. I don't know how I missed the candle.
You
Yeah.
saw it when I showed it, right? You saw the candle at some point.
I don't think I've ever seen the candle.
Well, you were here when I got the
First of
candle.
all, where did the candle come from?
The candle came. It was a Christmas gift that I got from a friend of mine that lives in Jersey, and he
Okay.
got it from a street fair or farmers market of a guy that sells all different types of candles, penis
Okay.
candles, hard and flaccid.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, let's see
Candle.
these questions. I was trying to bring Tim on. Looked like he had a question, but Instagram won't allow me to bring him on, which is crazy. Let me see what questions they have. Are you into water sports, scat play,
Oh. Oh.
BDSM?
I'm into everything else, excluding blood and shit.
Okay.
Excluding
And
blood and
when we
shit. What
come,
do they
oh,
call?
go
What do
ahead.
they call blood play? I've never heard of
I'm
blood
not
play.
quite sure, but you just got to be clear.
You said you can be clear. You don't want them to have no expectations of that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what other questions they have for you. What's a committed relationship look like for you? Like, how do you define a committed relationship?
Somebody who's not looking for one.
I think that's a good question for someone who's not looking for one, so they know what they signing up for and not signing
I mean,
up
I think a
for.
committed relationship is whatever those two individuals have committed to
Mhm.
say that is what this relationship is.
Mhm.
So for me, it would be committed to, each other sexually, and whether we were monogamous or not, or had an agreement, all of that. I think people want to say what a committed relationship is. A committed relationship is communication.
Communication, yes,
Yeah.
it's what you all
You
agree
know,
upon and communicate about. I
it's what
like
you
that.
agree upon, what you talk about. So,
Mhm.
I mean, that can be that's a very broad question in a sense for me, because I think that takes a lot of conversation.
Okay.
Um, Someone, I don't know if we asked this question, so I'm gonna ask Keith to repeat it. They wanted to know what your zodiac sign was.
Oh, I'm a Leo.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
And as far
Um,
as the fifth way, I like to, I'm not necessarily interested in being, receiving the urine.
Troy is in the comment section talking about he can pee on somebody.
So
I saw that.
let's be clear. Keith said he is into everything but blood and scatting, which is shit. And he says he's not interested in being the one who's being pissed on. Meaning he can piss on you, but he's not necessarily interested in you pissing on him.
But I'm also very open and could potentially change my mind at any particular time. Okay? I'm not trying to lock myself into no corner, but I just want to let you know what my standards are coming into the room. Once the door closed, who knows what might happen.
Right,
Oh,
preferences change behind closed
brother,
doors.
listen, brother.
Let's see what other questions they get. Someone said, "Are you okay with a companion who's a sugar baby in another country?"
Does that mean I'm a sugar daddy?
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem for me. Yes.
Yeah, you're not taking care
Yeah.
of
So,
nobody.
I was
no.
like, what the hell is a sugar baby?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to be a sugar daddy?
I mean, I'd be a sugar baby. I can't be no sugar daddy now. Look, I told y'all, look, no, that's not the way it
If,
goes.
if you
He
go on a
told y'all
date,
people
what
he
does
have
a
a
date look
child. He has
like
a
for
son
you?
already.
A date looks like for me. I'm very spontaneous. So I mean, a date for me would be a great um non-destination walk that stumbles upon some type of drink, whether it's
Yeah.
non-alcohol, whether it's
Come on.
alcoholic or non-alcoholic, some type
Come on,
of you know.
come on, stumbling on a drink.
Well, I think that is a great icebreaker. I think,
Yeah, of
whether it's a
course.
coffee, tea, or alcoholic beverage, that is a great way to kind of fill each other out before you decide whether you want to have dinner, or whether you want to instead take that to the museum. So it would be something along those lines. My other great date is, an impromptu picnic. You just don't realize, there's a picnic basket and blanket and all that in the back of the car. We just happen to be out
Okay.
with a bottle of rosé.
Okay. Okay. Tim,
And
I
you can
tried
always have
to
a date.
add you 1,000 times. Instagram would not allow me to bring you on while he's on. So I guess Tim has a question for you, but we'll bring Tim on afterwards to, I guess, ask the question. Or Tim, put your question in the comment section. We can read, but the Instagram won't allow me to bring you on. Sorry. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. One more question. One more question. Um, mm, Keith, they want to know how big is it?
Oh, the candle? Wow. I mean, I guess about 8.5. What did go to my Twitter? I don't know. That's just so odd. That's
Oh,
so
you got a
not
Twitter?
necessary here.
Wait a minute. You have a
No,
Twitter?
no, I don't.
Okay, I'm just trying to be clear.
Okay. Okay. All right, we
Are
got to
they
see what you
asking
look.
how big is the candle or how
I
big is
think they were
he?
talking about I'm not gonna say penis, my dick. And just to let you know, Lamont, I think the word penis is great. So, you're like y'all were saying earlier, people prefer the word dick over penis. I mean, as a beta, the word penis is pretty great to use. Just wanted to say that.
People have
Uh,
their preferences, and
they do. I mean, I like the word dick too, but I'm just saying you use them all.
Okay. We gotta see what you look like from head to toe. You guys stand up, turn around, so we can see what you look like, Keith.
Are you bottom heavy?
I don't think so.
All
Is
right, well,
that
this
good
is
enough?
Keith. Keith lives in Virginia. It's Newport
Turn around.
News, Virginia.
Turn around.
He is 47. He is 5'10" and a half. He's 173 pounds. He is a Leo. He is a baiter slash side slash verse top. He's into real estate, and he also is an interior designer. He's looking for a companion. Companion, okay? He wants a companion between the ages of 30 and up. Prefers you live in Virginia, close to him. Height, weight, proportionate is what he prefers. Men of color or black, and he's into agreements, people. Oh, and he'll piss on you, but he really don't want you to piss on him. But it might change behind closed doors, FYI. Okay. Tell us your Instagram handle one more time.
VA Dandelion. VADANDYLION.
And this is Art's best friend, FYI, people. Okay. I'm telling your business, okay?
Yeah, tell
I
his
already
business.
said that. I said that.
All right, Keith,
Love
have a
you
good night.
guys.
See ya.
Y'all do the same.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. What y'all think of Keith? What y'all think of Keith? I'm gonna try to bring Tim on because Tim was trying to say something about Keith. So Keith, look. Let's see. It may or may
Can
not
we
work.
hold off on?
He said, "Slow down, Lamont." He said, "Slow down." What y'all think of Keith? Is he dateable? Put a 10. If not, put a 1. Oh, they blame me. They say, "So Art, you knew Keith wasn't looking for a relationship. You brought his ass on here
I
anyway."
didn't say he is looking for companionship. I mean, you have to start somewhere. So if y'all can get past that dick counter and get into his DM, you got to start somewhere. I mean, I didn't know he had the dick counter. I was like, oh me. Who's in the queue?
Okay, I got
You see Ramon in the queue?
what is Ramon's IG?
I think it's Ramon dot Thomas or something like
No,
that.
I don't see him in the queue.
Do you see? Oh God. Okay, who do you see in the queue?
I'm gonna bring
Come.
on 2 people. Whoever answers, Thickums, Diana. Let's
Oh,
see.
bring on Diana. Bring on Diana.
Okay.
I,
If
I don't know
Instagram
who
will.
this.
Yep.
Oh my
Hey!
God. Hey, this is hilarious. I love it.
Hey,
Woo.
boo.
Hey, boo. Hey, boos.
What up? What up? What up?
Anywho, what's
I
going
remember
on?
Diana.
Yes,
Yes, how could you forget?
yes.
Can you see me
But
blushing? Can
anyway,
you see me blushing?
Wait a minute. So listen,
me
we we
too.
making
I look
we
a
making
mess, but
history. 2 of my
whatever.
cisgender friends are on. Diana's here.
Hi,
Yay!
guys, girls, everybody.
So
Everybody.
we are going to ask you a couple of questions. Okay.
Okay.
So where are
Okay.
you from?
Of course, well, I'm from Cleveland and
Okay.
Atlanta, but I live in Atlanta.
Okay. And how old are you? You
Diana,
don't have
I
to say it.
can't
hold on. Can you
How
prop
old are
the
you?
phone up somewhere?
prop the phone up.
Yeah, because like she moving around, they're gonna make the people dizzy.
Oh, I know, not fucking dizzy. Okay, all right, cool. All right, we got a prop.
Yes. There we
Is this
go.
good,
There we
guys?
go. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. You say you're from Cleveland. You live in Atlanta. I said, how old are you?
I'm 39 years old. How do I
30.
look?
Okay. And how tall are you? How much do you weigh?
I am 5'2", and I just weighed myself today. I'm 154 pounds.
Okay, come on. Come
Yes.
on, bottom heavy. Yes.
And top and top.
Eh,
What is your race and ethnicity?
so I'm Black, African American,
Okay. And what's your zodiac sign?
and Aquarius, true Aquarius, the last day, February the 18th.
Okay, come on, Aquarius. Lamont is the Aquarius, as
True
you already
Aquarius.
know.
That's why I
Yeah.
love them.
Yes.
Yes. Listen, what is your sexual position?
So you know what? I was listening to you guys. What is the sexual position? I
So in the gay terminology, sexual position refers to what you do in reference to penetration. So for men, you're either the one who penetrates or you either get penetrated. And then outside of that, we have men who like to jack off. They're called baiters. We have people who don't get into penetration at all. They're called sides. What else is there, Lamont?
There are
well,
some people like the peg men, like some women might
Yeah,
peg men.
I asked that question in just for you. I mean, it was just a joke. I asked my other girlfriend that, but I just asked it
But
in
no, straight
just.
women like the peg.
Have you ever pegged
I,
a man?
I no, I have not, and I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Yes. So,
But no, I'm
um,
not. No,
okay.
I'm not.
What are you considered gay, straight, bi? What do you classify yourself
So I am considered straight, but I have had, a little
as? Okay.
Oh,
We've had some experiences.
had some experience
Yeah.
um,
Okay.
with women.
Yeah, we all on the same page.
Yeah,
Yes, we all on the same. But your preference is being with a man.
yeah, it
Okay,
is.
okay. Now
I'm here to
we
support.
yeah we let me ask you something. So we were talking about preferences. That's kind of been one of our main questions that we've been discussing today. Um, when it comes to a man getting his ass ate, do you think if you met a man and you knew that he liked for a woman to eat his ass, now I'm saying a woman, not a man, do you think that that man could be spicy or suspectably gay?
No, he might just want to try it, I think.
Try being with a man?
Oh, with a man.
I thought
No,
you
no,
said
no.
get
If a
his.
man, let's say you dating some guy and the guy tell you, Diana, I've had a woman eat my ass before and I want, that's something that I like. How would you feel about that? Do you think the man might be on a DL?
No,
Okay.
I just think you're a little freaky.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you.
It,
I think, yeah,
it's sex. To me, sex is sex. So you might do a couple of little things you never knew you would do.
yeah. listen, listen. I am
Uh,
100% on board with that. Okay. Um. Now, are you single?
I am so single, and I'm so sad about it.
No.
No, because I've been looking for. I haven't been looking for love, but I'm sick of this shit, man.
Yeah, you know,
And that's
dating can be they can be rough.
no, okay, for real.
Yeah,
But I
they
feel like I'm just bored. I really am.
So we gotta find you a man.
we have to find you a man.
Because
Gotta find me.
every gay man probably has a straight friend or a barber that y'all can be like, hey, I saw this girl on this show. I want you to hit her up.
Yes, that's what I'm here for. So y'all need to hook me up.
Yeah.
Everybody, straight for
So tell us when it comes to dating a man, what are some things that you like in a man? What are some of your preferences? Tall, black, dark, light skin?
okay. So we're talking about physically his looks.
Yeah.
So I really don't like light skinned men,
Okay.
but I find myself being in these relationships with these light skinned men, but I like their personality. I'm a personality girl, but
Okay.
going for looks, I do like tall. I do like dark. I love nice teeth.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
and yeah, that's what I like. And I ain't gonna lie, I done fuck with a couple fat dudes, and that's fine with me.
Now you say
That's
you fuck.
fine with me. Fat, you gotta have the bread. You got to. You
Yeah.
gotta have, and you gotta have some personality.
Yeah.
But if we talking about preference again, I love men with nice arms. I don't know why, I just love
Mm.
nice arms and chest.
Make you feel secure.
Yes, it just look good, feel
And you
good.
know the bigger guys, they gonna have the bread, but baby, they be so jealous. Woo, they can be real.
Well,
They
and also I don't like niggas that's just too cute. You don't have to look ugly, for real. I ain't not gonna lie
A
about that.
little
I don't need nobody
ugly.
competing with me. I don't need all of that. I don't need nobody that's just so fine, because they just already be doing too much.
yeah.
I think so,
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
but
Okay.
I think a little bit of ugly is just something that I'm gonna find about you.
Preferences. It's preferences. Yeah.
Preferences. Yes.
Yeah.
We are. So, how do you feel about preferences? Do you think people who have preferences, do you think if a person says, "Hey, I don't like to mess around with big guys," do you think they're shaming big guys?
Again, I think so because I like personalities.
Yes. Personality. Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah, like how you know you don't like, how you know you won't love him, like you're not getting to even know him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, if you're just ugly as hell, then I mean, I get it, but because of your size, no.
Right, I agree. And Diana is a cisgender woman. She's one of my friends. She's a sweetheart. Yes.
Yeah,
So
till we,
cisgender means that you were born a woman, natural. You know, you were
yeah,
born a woman
Yeah.
at
okay,
birth. That's, so, yeah.
okay,
Thank you so much for coming on.
Wait, wait,
You know,
wait,
yeah,
wait.
you want to give us a body spin so we can see you.
of course. I have my pajamas on though. But yeah, go guys.
Yay!
Okay, body. Okay, body.
What were you about to ask me?
What's the
nothing,
age
nothing.
range you
That was
want the
it.
guy to be? What's
Oh,
the
age
age
range,
range?
age range.
You know what? Preferably, I'm 39. I like 42 to like 50,
Okay,
Come on,
okay.
50.
like that. But I'll go. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna go my age or a little younger. I can't even do it.
yeah. You said,
All right. Yeah. Yeah. But okay, guys, yeah, find me somebody. Okay.
Okay, sweetie. We love you. Thank you so much for
Love
coming
you
on.
see you,
too.
Danielle.
Okay. Bye.
I'll see you this weekend for
Don't,
Rod's birthday.
it's Diana. Don't do
Diana.
that.
I don't know why I call. I don't know why I call her Danielle. Diana. My bad, Diana. I don't know why I had Danielle in my mind. Diana. My bad.
And you're normally good with names.
I am. I
Better than
am.
yeah.
Oh.
Who we have in the queue?
Let me see who we got next. Let's see. Who is Thickums? I don't know. I don't know who Thickums. I know where Duran was. I don't know where.
I think he left. Is Ramon in the queue?
It left. No, he's not. What's Ramon? Yeah.
Is Ramon something? So I tried to teach him how to join, and he don't. He's not. That's like bring on Thickums.
Okay. Um. Let's see. You got to click the request button to join. I think we're past time, but let's see.
Oh, we
Um.
passed. Okay.
No.
You're not in there.
No, I think that's it. We're done. Let's rate.
Ramon wanted to come on the show.
Well,
Okay,
tell him
that's
to click the
fine.
request button.
I tried to tell him. These folks.
But are y'all gonna rank Diana? Can we rank Diana?
Oh, we did we rank Diana?
We did
We
not.
love Diana. Diana's she's a sweetheart and a baddie.
Y'all think Diana is dateable? I'm gonna pin her IG right there. There you go. Y'all gotta make sure every gay man I know, y'all know one straight man who said he's looking for a girlfriend that is quality. Y'all just need to like send Diana's Instagram to him and be like, oh, she's a baddie in Atlanta. You should go on a date with her. Now, if your barber is broke, don't send
Not to
Diana's
Diana.
page to him, okay?
No,
Right?
please don't.
Okay? He got to have a good job. Good job. Oh,
Well presented.
yes. And not too
All
many
right, so
kids.
no,
I'm just saying.
not too
Uh,
many kids.
okay, listen. We are done. Can we give Art a round of applause for doing an awesome job co-hosting?
I've enjoyed my time with you people.
You people.
Yes.
You people.
I always enjoy, when you guys have me back. Um, I'll be back sometime soon, but I'll be watching you guys from the stars in Instagram land.
From the stars. You do a
From the
good job
stars.
co-hosting.
Thank you. Thank you
Mhm.
so much. How did you feel about being in a different room than I was?
I
You
miss
know, you seem
touching
to
you. I wanted you right here so I can like
you seem to be a little bothered by that
a little,
initially.
a little.
Yeah, we did fine.
Well, I'll be upstairs in a moment. I'll be up there coming to harass you.
I'm
Mhm.
hungry.
Did you put anything in the oven?
No, but I'm gonna put some in the oven. So
Oh, okay.
you guys listen, stay true to yourself, love God, love yourself first. Um, don't get offended by people when they say they have preferences. Just keep it moving. Don't y'all get mad when somebody say they don't like skinny people or larger people or darker people or lighter people. Let these people have the preferences that they want. And if it doesn't align with what you want, move the hell on. Don't make them feel bad about their preferences. You know? So yeah.
I love it. I
Y'all
love
could
it. Listen,
yeah,
people,
continue to love yourself.
if
And don't forget about the pickleball.
you
I
giving
had to get my
your
closing I had to get my closing speech. Oprah never wants to give Gail her moment.
listen, wrap this damn benediction up. Like, what are you doing? Shit,
Oh
you about as long
my
winded as
God.
Keon, the first guy. I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
are you
All
done?
right. I'm done.
Are you sure?
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. Can I speak? Can I? Yes. Okay. Lord. So listen, I have some trips coming up, so I may or may not be able to host the show. So Art may be hosting the show. He don't know yet, because I got some trips and some stuff coming up. So Art might host alone. We'll see. I'm gonna have to send him some money or do something strange for for him to do it. So I'll keep y'all posted. But if you're in Atlanta, DM me. We are going to play pickleball for a fundraiser on April the 27th in Atlanta. So I want to make sure I see you all there. It's a great way to connect with people while giving back to the community. All right? You
All
want to say
right.
anything else, Art?
I'm done. I love y'all. Y'all be good. If you see me out and I don't remember, you charge it to my brain, not to my heart.
Good night. Good night. Good night.